Good afternoon. For those of you who don't know, my name is Maya Karen. I run a fashion blog called Classically Kept. It does feature luxury, contemporary, and how-to style, and now natural hair care. So if you are into any of those things, please consider subscribing to my channel. Click the notification bell. That way you will never miss a video. So today's video, this is another hair talk. I believe this is hair talk number 9. So we are doing 2 in 1 week. The reason why is because I am excited because I am finally on trend. If you have been watching my videos for a while, you guys know that I'm always late when it comes to trends. So I'm excited about the fact that I get to report on a trend. I'm not excited about the topic, but today we are going to talk about a, phenomenon or a trend on TikTok about black hair. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so this is a hair talk video. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome. For these hair talk videos, I like to keep it very casual. This one is probably not going to be as long as the other one because there's really no need to, harp or expand so much on this one. You will get the gist of it once we start getting into it. So again, if you're watching this, put the kids to bed, just kind of get into the video, get some wine, get some juice. Today, we are going to talk about, a phenomenon or a trend on TikTok where it seems as though that black women are having to prove certain things that they're doing, or they're having to prove that certain things that they own are real. For instance, I believe this was, last year, which again, like I said, y'all know I am always late. There was this trend on TikTok talking about black women in luxury, whether or not she can afford it, whether or not it's fake. How is she affording it? And it was, I believe it was like this one white woman that was on TikTok talking about, or she made a comment that every single time she sees a black woman with a luxury piece, or let's say like a luxury handbag, she wants to know what she does for a living. I have the answer for you. She works. Okay. So now I guess the new trend is questioning black women about their hair and whether or not it's real. So I am not on TikTok, and I completely understand that from a business standpoint, TikTok is actually where you need to be right now if you want your brand, whether it be you're an influencer, whether you have a hair care line, products, whatever you have online. TikTok is actually making people go viral and expanding their businesses exponentially. I understand that. But some of the things that come over from TikTok onto YouTube, some of the comments that I have seen, some of the ideas, some of the trends are just absolutely disrespectful, asinine, and they're just completely ridiculous. So if I were to ever get on TikTok, which again, for YouTube and for Instagram, for me, I'm having so much fun doing it, but it's also from a business standpoint. So there is a trend where black women are having to actually prove whether or not their hair is real. You have a lot of TikTokers, YouTubers, and Instagrammers who solely focus on hair, whether that be black natural hair care, and let's say a couple of times out of the year they might straighten their hair, or whether it just be a black woman who is relaxed teaching someone else or showing someone else how they care for their hair. Black women are being questioned about whether or not their hair is real. And I'm just going to say this right now. If I ever get on TikTok, which I probably will, again, from a business standpoint, if by watching my videos, you cannot tell that my hair is real, and that question comes whether or not my hair is real, I'm not going to answer you because it's going to get into this back and forth, and I'm not for that. If you cannot tell by me doing my hair videos that my hair is real, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to make a specific video proving to you, a viewer, that, or someone that's a part of my community, that my hair is real. And I'm saying that because the women who are being questioned, they're actually making a specific video proving that their hair is real. And I will see if I can find some. I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know if I'll be able to see any. I'll put them either here or here. But they're actually taking like rat tail combs and they're like parting their hair like down the middle, through the sides, and then things like that. And then they're posting the video to show that their hair is real because someone has questioned that, or multiple people have questioned that. They're giving you the proof. And then some people are coming back and saying, I can see the micro links. No, I can see the extensions. No, it's still not real. Now, y'all know, as far as like, whenever I start talking about weaves and wigs, I am the wrong person to talk to about this with because I am no expert. I have worn weave once in my life. It was for college. It was for a fashion show because it was required. The day after I took it out, I was scratching on the back of my neck. I don't know if I was having an allergic reaction, but I just felt it was a terrible experience for me. But I was saying that because I saw a video of someone or of a young black woman posting the content or posting her actual like parting her hair video. And then someone comes back and says, nah, bro, I can see your micro links. I had to go look up what micro links were, and I understand what they are now. But here's my issue with that. You ask someone a question, they give you an answer. Whether you don't like the answer or whether you don't believe them, they gave you an answer. I think as a black community, or I think as a community who deals so much with hair, I think we have gotten past the whole phase of if someone asks you if your hair is real, you'll say, well, yes, it's mine because I paid for it. I think we're past that. I think we've been past that since the resurgence of the natural hair movement. I don't think really anyone is saying that now, but I just think that if you ask someone a question, you give an answer, they also give you a visual with that question that they have answered, and you still don't believe them, okay? So I just kind of want to break this video down into two parts. I'm just going to, of course, I always talk about my experience, and then I'm going to talk about, my reactions and a couple of misconceptions, okay? So first, my experience, we lived in Charlotte, I would probably say maybe for like a year. And at that point in time, I was relaxed, but I was wearing it was during the summer. My mother was always getting my hair braided. And this particular time I had cowrie shells at the end of my braids. So my mother and I walk into a beauty supply store, and I think I'm in I want to say like the accessory section, because I was looking for some more cowrie shells, or I was looking for different things to put in my hair while my hair was in the cornrows. So this woman walks over to me and she goes, your hair is absolutely beautiful. What type of hair did you use? Now, I would probably say, since we've been here for a year, I would probably say I was a rising sophomore. So what is that? 15 or 16? And to be, like I've said before, to be really honest when it comes with hair, I was kind of staring at her for a second because I really had no idea what she was talking about. And I'm probably thinking in the back of her mind, she was like, okay, is she going to answer me or is she just going to stare at me? And then after a while, it dawned on me that she was asking me what type of hair did I use for my cornrows. And I said, oh, no, it's mine. Just kind of like very casually. She looks at me, she kind of rolls her eyes, and then she walks away. She's like further down in the aisle. I don't know if she thought that she was whispering to her friend. I don't know if she thought that she was being quiet, but she walks over to her friend and she was like, now she knows that that's not her real hair. I didn't say anything. I just, calmly collected my things, checked out, and left. But again, like I said, with the whole thing about TikTok, you approached me, you asked me a question. I didn't fully understand the question, so it took some time for me to process. But I answered your question. You didn't like the answer, but I answered it very truthfully and very honestly, because at this point in time, I still really had no idea of weave, wigs, extensions, microlinks, because I didn't know. My mother had been taking care of my hair since I was little, and then she transitioned me into taking care of my own hair. So I hadn't really been exposed to or introduced to that. So I really was confused when she asked me the question. But it was her response that was just like, okay, well, I've answered your question. I'm not really sure at this point what it is that you want me to do. And of course, most people are going to chalk it up to just being jealous. But again, it just goes back to this idea that Black women cannot have long hair. Okay, so now let's kind of get into some misconceptions about, I guess, black women and long hair. First, let me just go ahead and say this. I know most Black people know this, or they may not have realized this, or if you're not a Black person and you're watching this video. When it comes to long hair, there is a difference between long hair in the Black community and then just long hair for the masses, okay? And let me explain what I mean by that. So when you're talking about long hair in the Black community, really anything like past your shoulders, or anything that touches past your shoulders, that's considered long hair in the African American community. And typically that's because what you will see is you will see a Black woman with relaxed hair. And if her hair is relaxed and it's like past her shoulders, she has long hair. If she reaches bra strap length, whether that be the top of her bra strap or the bottom of her bra strap, she is like a golden child. She has been touched by the gods and she has long hair, okay? Certainly by other standards, or by, I guess, common standards, that wouldn't really be long hair. Long hair, you start talking about, waist length, butt length, knee length, and things like that, okay? So I just kind of wanted to explain that. But this misconception about Black women not having long hair has been around for a very long time, okay? It has been around. It will continue to be around. And let's talk about shrinkage, especially if y'all hear that. For whatever reason, David has decided to cut the grass, even though we have a yard person. I think he's getting ready to get rid of him. But anyway, so that's why I'm sitting here taping this video. But let's talk about shrinkage. And that probably has to do with a lot of misconceptions, especially when it comes to other communities, when you start talking about Black hair. Shrinkage. I will give you an example. My shrinkage is absolutely ridiculous, okay? You guys know that most of the time I do wear my hair in mini twists. I would probably say I'm a good week in now. They are wrapped up. But I wear my hair in mini twists, okay? My mini twist, prior to me cutting off about 5 to 6 inches, my mini twist will probably sit right here, okay? At the longest, my hair touched the top of, or like the very beginning of my backside of my butt, okay? That is a good, 10, 9, 12 inches from where my hair actually is. So let's say 1 week you see me and I have my mini twists in and they fall right here. And then I, do my annual straightening, and then you see me like in the next 2 weeks and you see my hair is all the way down my butt, or all the way down to my butt. Most people are going to say, okay, well, what's going on here? That can't be hers, because 2 weeks ago I saw that she had her hair in mini twist, or I saw it in its curly natural state, and it was right here. Even if I were to take my hair out, like once I take my hair out of the twist, and if I were to just wear it out, I would probably say my hair does not come anywhere past here. And it's certainly, because the back of my hair, or in this section right here, is the tightest section, it probably doesn't even reach my bra strap. It goes out. And that's another thing. What people don't realize is that naturally curly hair grows out and up. That's why most times you will see Black women, when they wear their hair out, especially in a fro, maybe they've done a twist out, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It might not get longer. Now, of course, when your hair does get longer, your curls might loosen a little bit, because the weight, it might come down a little bit and it might get a little longer. But for most naturals, their hair grows out and up. Okay? So when you see a Black woman with long hair, most people are going to assume that it's not theirs. Which leads me to my next point. In order for her hair to be that long, she cannot be fully Black. She has to be mixed, okay? And like I said, if I'm showing you the videos right here, most of the women that you see in these videos are Black. It's 100% at that, just like I am. I've always said it. I will always say it. I have never done a DNA 23. I've never done the other registry tree or whatever it is. From what I understand, I am Black. My mother is Jamaican. My father is from Martinsville, Virginia. His parents were Black. My mother's parents were Black. I'm pretty sure there's some Caucasian in there somewhere, but I am Black. I consider myself Black, okay? So this misconception about having to be mixed to have long hair, it's here. It will probably always be here. But again, the solution to all of these problems start within our community, okay? Now, I will say this as far as Black women and long hair. If you have been watching my channel for a long time, I will say this. I will give someone the benefit of the doubt about questioning me personally about whether or not my hair is real. I straighten my hair once a year, and I would probably say that's been since 2017. So I'm still very new in straightening my hair. In 2017, when I straightened my hair, I looked crazy. In 2018, I looked half crazy. In 2020, it looked decent. In 2021, it got frizzy real quick. The sole purpose for me of straightening my hair is to get a very, very, very good trim. Okay. So let's say, for instance, someone were to approach me or see me out and about, maybe like a week and a half or like a week after I've straightened my hair. I will give you the benefit of the doubt that you don't think my hair is real, because what you will probably see is probably from like right here to right here, all types of curly roots, and then you will see straight hair, okay? So I will give you the benefit of the doubt that you might not think that it's real, because a lot of times what you will start to see is, especially when someone I think like has weave, or I think the micro links or the extensions, is that once it's time for a relaxer, or once their roots, start reverting, you'll see like this curly hair, and then you'll see like this long silky hair. And that several years ago was a very tall tale sign of that person either had weave or extensions, okay? So I will give someone the benefit of the doubt if they've seen me like a week and a half, like after I've straightened my hair, because once I've gotten my trim and once my roots start to revert, I don't care. That's me. So maybe like within that 72-hour window from when I first straightened my hair, when my roots are silky smooth, if you see me then you'll probably be able to tell. But a week after that, I will give you the benefit of the doubt, okay? Now, I always like to give my take or my thoughts at the end of these videos. And to be quite honest with you, I am not upset with the women who are doing these videos. Like I said previously in this video, once I get on TikTok, I will not be doing that video. I don't blame them. I'm not mad at them. But I think that there has been so many questions and accusations for them that they feel like they need to prove that their hair is theirs. But this is the thing. They shouldn't have to, okay? If you watch their videos, you should be able to tell. If they're giving you tips and tricks on how to grow your hair long because they've been able to do it, that should be your proof right there. Now, the flip side to that is if you have a woman, which I'm pretty sure there are women out there who are doing that. I don't think they're doing it as much now. The flip side to that is if you are indeed wearing weaves, micro links, extensions, and trying to promote hair growth, or that you did it yourself, that is an issue within yourself, and that's an integrity situation. That's something completely different. But they shouldn't have to prove that. But once they do, believe it and move on. There's really nothing else to argue about. The next thing that I want to say is that while I have been doing these hair talk videos, while I've been doing my research, unfortunately, a lot of these issues, questions, comments, concerns, and issues within the Black community, unfortunately, stem from the Black community. And I will say that for a majority of it, it's been Black women. It has been other Black women questioning, attacking, talking about, ridiculing, and making fun of other Black women. Of course, you have the men in there, but for a majority of it, it's women. I will link the entire hair series down below, but I did a particular episode talking about natural hair and rude and unwanted comments. And from my general experience, it was Black women, and it was all age groups, from teenager to older women to elderly women. I have realized that doing this hair talk, don't misunderstand me. I've had so much fun doing the research. I have had so much fun with you guys in the comments and just doing the videos. But what I have realized is that it's within our community, and that has to change. It has to. Representation matters. Having the talks matter. But if it's within your own community, it's something that has to change. Like I said in the previous video, we cannot expect other groups of people to embrace and respect our community and our standard of beauty if we don't. It's as simple as that. We have to start as a community embracing what was God given to us. And I will say this, because I know someone hasn't made this comment, but I know it's probably sitting in the back of someone's mind. I completely understand where it came from. I understand that we were brought over here, forcefully. I understand that we were ripped from our homeland. I understand that we were ripped from our culture, our language, our food, our hair care, just everything. I understand all of that. But there comes a point in time in each community where you have to understand it, internalize it, and do something about it within, okay? The days of quote unquote blaming the white man for our issues, they're not gone, but as a community, we have to rise up and figure something out. And I know most people are like, okay, well, you're talking about a very vain issue. I am, but Black hair is always going to be a sensitive subject. And believe it or not, even though it is a vanity metric, even though it is a very vain subject, it doesn't run our lives, but it is a very large part of who we are, how we go about our days, and just how we talk to one another, how we approach one another, and how we treat one another, okay? So the other thing that I want to quickly go through, because I did not realize, again, I'm always late. There was a YouTuber, I guess he is a prank YouTuber. He does pranks. His name is Savage Sean. I'm just going to go ahead and put his name out there. I don't typically do that, but you can look it up for yourself. He apparently had a series of pranks where he was just walking around yanking the wigs off of black women. And what I will say to that is, number one, the nerve and the audacity of you. And number two, the disrespect. I'm not going to go as far as to say that it was an assault, but there are just some things that you don't do. The disrespect of coming into someone's bubble, because in order to yank someone's wig off, you have to be pretty close to them. I mean, there are just certain things that you don't do. And a lot of the times, not now, because these new wigs that are coming out, I can't tell. Now, if it's like the glue, not the glueless one, but the melted one, you might be able to tell like in certain settings. But when he was doing it, you could fully understand and you fully knew that this person was wearing a wig. And for you to just walk up to them and just yank through, actually, I'm quite surprised he wasn't like beat up. For you to just walk up and invade someone's personal space and just yank their wig off, disrespectful and uncalled for, okay? As always, I appreciate that you guys keep the comments very respectful. Leave them down below. Leave me what you are thinking about. Leave me your commentary. I just want to remind you that here on YouTube, I do upload videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And of course, right here, I'll put my Instagram handle. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, you guys. Bye.